John from Mark 7 here. Today we're going to go over how to install your powder check alarm. This is the audible alarm suitable for manual presses. So it'll work on a variety of presses that have an open station. First thing we're going to do is reference our sheet here. I'm loading 9mm, so I'm going to use my small die insert, which is the largest insert. And I'm going to use my small pistol probe, which looks like this. And just so you know, the only tools you're going to need for this are a T8 Torx driver, a 1-inch wrench for the die lock nut, and a 1/16 Allen for your trigger set screw. So with that being said, let's get right into it. We already have our die body installed. We have an empty case at that station. Obviously, we're not dropping powder in this configuration, but it's a lot easier to film from this aspect. We're going to move to bottom. Let's go ahead and throw our die insert down in there. You can see how this one is already flush. That's fine. We're going to thread it down until we see it start to creep up. We can see how it's proud of flush now. I'm going to back this off until it is very close to that point, but with the insert still being flush. Next, I'm going to take my sensor and place it on there all the way down. And we're going to move it, rotate the die body further down until we get an alarm, and then we're going to go an additional 1/4 turn. There's the alarm. So let's go an additional 1/4 and move to the top there. Now I'm just going to reset the sensor so it points in a easier to film location. I'm now going to lock down my die body at that location. And I'm going to lock down my sensor body with that T8 Torx. No need to crank those down. All right. Next up, I'm going to grab my upper rod with its trigger and the probe, and I'm going to install this through that chamfered hole. Try not to cross thread them here. Next, we can place a case underneath the powder check that has the correct amount of powder in it. Ensure that this is the powder charge you're looking for, as with this charge, the powder check should not alarm. The alarm is activating, which is good. Let's go ahead and make it shut up. There we go. So our next steps are going to be to loosen our set screw on our trigger. And we want this trigger, the fattest part of the trigger, to be right in the center of that micro switch. I'm going to lower the camera down here so you can see what I mean. We want, with a properly powdered charge in place, we want the body, this widest portion here, to be in the middle of that micro switch. So when a properly powdered charge, and we're at the bottom of the stroke, this insert is activating this switch, but this trigger is activating the red micro switch, disabling the alarm. And we can test our work here, because with a properly powdered charge, we should hear no alarm whatsoever. Great. Now let's put an empty case in place. We've got audible alarm, even on an automated press, and a double charge. Great. And that's a properly set up Mark 7 audible powder check. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Happy loading from everyone here at Mark 7 and Lyman, and see you on the range.